Hi everyone, it's sweetpea-sky, and I want to discuss a serious topic that is affecting my business right now. So I'm just gonna get into it, no fanfare, because I've got a decent amount to get through in this video. But basically, you've all heard of Etsy, right? Etsy, the e-commerce platform where you can access a massive customer base, you can grow your business, they take care of a bunch of stuff for you, they give you a place to sell your stuff. And it's supposed to be easy, it's supposed to be not stress-free, but there's supposed to be less to handle. They handle all the interfaces between the customer and the seller, and this can be a good thing, but in my experience this is not, and this is why I'm making this video. So Etsy is basically screwing my small business over. I'm about to explain why. So Etsy has this thing called customer service stats, which is basically statistics that show how quote unquote good you are to your customers. So packages being delivered on time, good reviews, answering messages, that sort of thing. And on the 25th of October, although this issue had probably been going on before that and I just hadn't realized, I came to realization that my customer service stats, specifically for dispatching packages, was showing 0%, which is a big problem when it comes to Etsy's system, because customer service stats affects your visibility. Now, if you don't know what visibility is, for those of you who don't run online businesses, visibility is extremely important because it affects how you show up in searches. It affects how many people view your shop on the Etsy page. And obviously, online, that's a big deal. Online commerce is already such an oversaturated market that visibility is income. It's income for small businesses. It's very important. So customer service stats, if it's below a certain point, will start affecting your visibility on the Etsy page, which is a big deal. So I noticed a few things after that, and this is something I can prove in the trends, that when my visibility dropped, the number of people viewing my shop dropped, the number of orders that I had daily dropped. This is the thing that caused me to go to the stats. This is what caused me to notice this in the first place. So I thought, okay, no problem. I will just go to see customer service about it. Now, I wasn't expecting sparkling service. I wasn't expecting an immediate solution. But I thought, oh, if I just let them know about it, then surely in a week or something, they'll have it fixed, right? They're probably busy. Let's be honest, there's probably not best communication with all the enshittification that these big companies do, constantly outsourcing their customer service and AI chatbots and that. I was like, okay, well, at least if I let them know about it, maybe something will be done. So I sat down, I wrote to the first customer service person, very nice, although I had to go through, obviously, an AI chatbot to get to them first. But that's how things go in the online world right now. So I sat down, I explained to this person my problem. They went through my orders and they confirmed that my stats were showing incorrectly by 0%. It's probably 100%. I'm not exactly sure how they check these things, but I know it's not 0%. I know that for a fact. But they confirmed it. They said, listen, we'll get the team to send you an email. I thought that was going to be the end of it. Clearly not. So I just kind of left it then. Until a few days later, I noticed that nothing had been changed. I hadn't been sent out an email. So I messaged a second person, regarding my issues. And here I was told, interestingly, of a grace period, a correction that could be made if my stats were showing 0, because they said they can't change it manually. And I was like, fair enough. They were going through my orders, and then they just closed the chat on me. Again, as I said, I wasn't expecting sparkling service from a company that outsources all of it. So, anyways, after that, I continued on with my life, as people do. And every few days, I was checking in with customer service. My stats still remained unchanged, and I wasn't happy about it, but I wasn't, too angry yet. It's hardly like I was going every day, every hour to check if it had been changed. But that changed quickly when a payment reserve was placed on my account, which shows the details here, what it is and what it does. This was the thing that really spurred me into action. I was being punished by Etsy for a mistake in their system caused by their system. Now that, I felt, was grossly unfair. So I sprung into action. I explained to the customer service people again. I was sent out a couple of stock emails, but nothing that solved my problem. Clearly nobody was doing anything manually to solve my problem. They were just sending out stock emails and hoping that I would just accept it and go away. Unfortunately for them, I studied law, so I don't know when to let anything go. I'm like a dog with a bone with most arguments. So I continued to talk to them. I continued telling them that I wasn't happy, that I wanted to complain. They were continually fobbing me off with, oh, the team will send you out an email. Please wait 24 to 48 hours. At this point, I've been waiting for 2 weeks, by the way. 2 weeks this has been an issue. And a payment reserve being put in on top of that, I think is just completely unacceptable. They even tried to fob me off with fake feedback forms. I mean, look at this one. This one's for seller plans for 2023. Just nothing to do with my actual problem. And I emailed them. I emailed the help desk. I don't know. I think it's second tier support or whatever. I emailed the technical team. Nobody has gotten back to me. Nobody has done anything about it. It's so completely infuriating. And I know why, because Etsy and its team just don't care. There's a reason why they outsource all of this kind of stuff. It's so they can pay people less, and these people aren't going to care about issues that seller has, and then by proxy Etsy doesn't need to care about the problems that sellers have. And I know it's not just me. If you go onto the Etsy seller forum, you can scroll down and see all the issues that sellers have. And some of the technical issues that these people have had, very similar to the issues that I've had, like no response to an open ticket for over a week. Since when did it take Etsy so long to respond to sellers? This is a peer-to-peer support for technical issues, but you can see that even through that, people are still having issue with customer service. People keep saying that they need answers from the team. There's no response to an open ticket. People are sending them out emails, but they're all stock emails. They've reached out to Etsy support multiple times. I know this isn't just me. This is a problem that a lot of sellers are having. That's all they care about. Reputation, views, numbers, whatever. So this is why I'm making this video. just so somebody might see my situation. Maybe it'll get shared around. Maybe Etsy might see it and actually figure out that there's issues going on in my customer service. Although I'm sure they're well aware, they just don't care. So it's official, basically, in my view, that Etsy does not care about small businesses. They do not care about the issues that sellers have, unless you're like have a massive social media following where their reputation is actually going to get impacted. You know, this has affected my revenue. This has affected my visibility. This has affected my business. It's affected my confidence. To be selling on an e-commerce platform and get so little support to the point that they won't even fix my problem and then being punished by the system for this problem. I just find it so unacceptable. So please, please, please share this if you can. And you don't even need to like it, you don't even need to comment, whatever, but please just share it so it can reach more people, and hopefully it might reach a person in the organization that actually cares. Because this is the only support, by the way, I forgot to mention that. They don't have a phone number. The email address is always through third party, or it's a no reply email. So literally all I have is this useless chat box where agents will just tell me, you'll get an email in 24 to 48 hours. I've been waiting 2 weeks, over 2 weeks now, for an email that will solve my problems, and still nothing. So the thing that I would like to end on is I would like to encourage everyone, if you can, please shop at my website instead of Etsy. Although, of course, I understand that Etsy is much more user-friendly. But it seems that I can't rely on these e-commerce platforms to not even fix their own problems of their own making. Now, if I had done something wrong, I would understand at least if they at least sent me a non-stock email saying, we're working on it, here's what you can do in the meantime, like even a weekend, I wouldn't be making this video. But it's the fact that the team can genuinely be so blasé about an issue on their end that is affecting someone to the point that is affecting their revenue. I just don't even know what to say, really. The standards of customer service just non-existent. So thank you for listening to my rant. Please share this video if you can. And not even just for me, I mean, obviously I'm making this video about me and my problem, but if they're doing this to me, they're probably doing it to thousands of other small businesses. And this can be, again, confirmed in the technical support forum, that these people have repeatedly said they have tried to contact the support team and they have had nothing. So as I said, I know that this is a site-wide problem. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. And as always, thank you for supporting me and my shop. Goodbye.